Part 108. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1072. Chapter 1072, Qing Shui for sale. 250 times huge profits. Wake up. The automatic water collector had stopped working and was getting cold. Suchen got up and looked at the entrance of the cave. Found that there was already light coming through. It seems that it's dawn, and I don't know how long I slept. Suchen looked around and found that nothing strange came in. At present, it seems that this paradise can indeed protect his safety. He looked at the automatic water collector again. The container at the bottom was already full. Water. Suchen saw that there was enough water. He simply took out the mineral water bottle. He drank a gulp, and it was great. He drank the whole bottle. You know, he was still thirsty yesterday and did not dare to drink more. Now that there is so much water, and if you don't have to worry about it in the future, you won't be able to bear it anymore. You can drink it as much as you want. He used an empty mineral water bottle to pick up a whole bottle of water. Suchen found that there was still 3/4 of water in the container. I'll put it here first, and then I can figure out how to fill it later when I can make a separate water container. Open the trading platform and find that there are more people in need of water. And the items they are willing to replace have increased a lot. Suchen thought about it. Since he is not short of water now, and there are so many water bottles that there are not enough water bottles to fill it. Then hang some water on it. Clear water * 10 ml, stock 10. Replace woodboard * 5. Clear water * 20 ml, stock 10. Replace copper block * 1. Clear water * 20 ml, stock 10. Replace iron block * 2. Clear water * 100 ml, stock 5. Replace any talisman * 1. I hung up a liter of water in one breath. In the container of the water collector, there was only 1/4 of the clean water left, which is the water of a mineral water bottle. Then there were 2 full bottles of water in Suchen's backpack. The water is enough for him for a day. If it is not enough, he can just use wooden boards to continue collecting in the cave heaven paradise. Suchen's replacement is also a huge profit. With one wooden board, he can collect 500 ml of water. But it is hanging on the transaction on the platform. 10 milliliters of water cost 5 wooden boards. It was almost 250 times a huge profit. But even so, the water he hung on it to replace the wooden boards was replaced in just 1 minute. Even the entire exchange, there was also an uproar on the channel. Damn it! A big boss is cheating. You can replace it with a wooden board. Big mouth upstairs, I really want to slap you. Are you really afraid that no one will know? It was just a little bit of water in total, and it was all taken away at once. Do you want more people to fight for it? I remember this ID, it's the boss who hung up the snake meat yesterday. I go. Yesterday we traded food, today we trade water. This boss seems to have no worries about food and drink. So envious. Please, kind-hearted brothers and sisters, please give me some water. I'm really thirsty. I happen to have some iron. No matter what, I need to change the water first, otherwise I will die of thirst. In addition to the talismans, the replacement of iron and copper blocks was also sold out within an hour. In this way, Suchen only used a bottle of water in exchange for 50 parts of wood boards, 20 parts of iron blocks and 10 parts of copper blocks. Suchen now made 30 more crossbow arrows. Make up enough for 50. This is enough. A total of 3 iron blocks and 3 wooden boards were consumed. To the current Suchen, it was really a trivial matter. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1073. Chapter 1073. If you go out, you can only deliver food. Suchen didn't think he was a black-hearted businessman. After all, the only one selling water now is my family. If you don't change, more players will die. He looked at the player numbers in the local chat channel. 712/1000. In other words, after one night, nearly 100 people died. And this is just the number of players who have been reduced after only one day of entering the game. A total of nearly 300 people were directly reduced. This number is very scary. But Suchen believed that after a day of training, the number of players who would die later would become smaller and smaller. And for people with golden fingers like Suchen, they don't want the number of players to be too small. After all, with fewer players, there will be fewer people he wants to trade with in the future. As long as he continues to maintain his lead, he can continue to use a small amount of resources in exchange for more good things. This is of great benefit to him and no harm at all. Xiaoxiaoling on the other side also noticed Suchen's generosity this time. Good guy, 1 liter of water comes out of his hand. How much water does this guy have in his hand? Did he dig a puddle? Xiaoxiaoling is extremely envious. She still has 3 sips of water left in her backpack. This is for life-saving purposes. Even if she has a high fever like yesterday, she can't bear to take another sip. With water in her hand, she can't bear to use her limited resources. Come to exchange for clean water. Not to mention that basically all the clean water that can be exchanged has been replaced. Only the water that requires magic talismans is left unexchanged. In this way, both Xiaoxiaoling and Suchen saw how precious the magic talismans are. If I had known, I wouldn't have needed to change the magic talisman. Oh, forget it, it would be nice to have a piece of barbecue sprinkled with seasonings. Xiaoxiaoling took out the piece of barbecue, took another small bite, and then chewed it carefully, savoring the delicious feeling. I once again felt a rare sense of satisfaction. Suchen waited for a while. I found that the water used to replace the magic talisman has not been replaced. It seems that the quantity of this kind of thing is very small, and I won't be able to collect it for a while. Let's wait. Suchen was about to emerge from the cave heaven paradise. A prompt sounded. Attention, there is a burrow monster that has just woken up and is coming towards you. Damn it! Just woke up and want to fight. Suchen doesn't know how strong this cave monster is, so he can only stay in the cave heaven paradise first. Can I defeat this burrow monster? Win? Oh, if you go out, you can only deliver food. In response to this response, Suchen expressed that he was convinced. At the moment, he could only huddle in the cave heaven paradise. Not long after, heavy footsteps appeared in the cave. Here he comes. Suchen's muscles tensed up and he carefully placed himself in the cave heaven paradise. One side. While holding the crossbow tightly in his hand, he tried to look around. Soon, a scaly claw as thick as his thigh appeared in front of him. From Suchen's angle, he could not see the burrow monster's body. The whole picture. It can only be roughly judged that this cave monster is not only large and heavy, but also has a very high attack power. If he goes out rashly, the opponent will probably trample him to death with one kick. Because with the opponent's footsteps, the whole cave was shaking slightly. Damn, can I, this cave made of mud, be able to withstand the opponent's attack? If the other party stepped on it, he would probably burp right up. Suchen was very doubtful about the protective effect of the cave heaven paradise he stayed in. After all, it is entirely made of soil. Not to mention this cave monster, even he can break it with one kick. Fortunately, Suchen stayed inside for more than a minute. This burrow monster has been moving around. Suchen thought about when the other party would leave. Alert sounds. This thick armored lizard thought this place was very good and suitable for settling down, so he decided to stay here. I'll just. Hearing this prompt, Suchen almost went crazy. Damn it, I want it to leave, but it still wants to stay. No, I don't want to stay, I want to live here. Am I just going to have to hide in the cave heaven paradise and wait for death? To be honest, with his current inventory, it is completely fine to stay in the cave heaven paradise for a few days. In addition, because there is an automatic water collector, he can completely exchange water for food later. However, a big man, shrinking in such a cave that is not even 1 meter high, you will definitely go crazy. No, we can't continue to be so obscene, we have to find a way to drive away or kill this thick armored lizard. Suchen tried hard to observe the outside. Gradually, he discovered a strange place. This thick armored lizard seemed to be unable to see the cave heaven paradise where he was. It was as if the cave heaven paradise did not exist in the other party's sight. He completely ignored it and walked over. Walking away, you didn't touch Suchen's paradise. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1074. Chapter 1074 Killing Thick Armored Lizard. Obtain lizard blood. Could it be that my paradise exists in a separate special space, so I can see it but it cannot detect me? Suchen thought for a while. He got bold and threw a piece of charcoal out. Crack. The sound of the charcoal hitting the ground was very clear here. The thick armored lizard roared and suddenly started running. It kept circling Suchen. He was running in the cave heaven paradise where he was. At the same time, a pair of narrow beast eyes were staring at the cave heaven paradise where Suchen was. Damn it! Miscalculation. It turns out that this guy can see me, but it's just because of some game rules that he can't attack. Suchen watched with fear as this tall, thick armored lizard kept circling the cave heaven paradise. While roaring, he pretended to attack. But he did not launch a real attack. After about a few minutes, Suchen started from the beginning. The fear and fear have become routine. Oh, you can't hit me. This is interesting. Since he, Suchen, can throw things outside. But the thick armored lizard was unable to attack him hiding in the paradise of cave heaven. Then Suchen would have a way to deal with this thick armored lizard. Now he picked up the green hand crossbow. When the thick armored lizard came around to the direction of the cave entrance where he was. Whoosh! Pull the trigger. The crossbow arrow was shot out at a high speed that could not be seen by the naked eye. Do. Hit the opponent accurately. And it penetrated 1 foot deep into the opponent's thick armor. Only a 2-inch long knock was left. But this also made Suchen feel shocked. What a strong armor! When he was training before, one green crossbow arrow was enough to penetrate the rock for several feet. But when it came to the thick armored lizard, it could only penetrate 1 foot deep. In other words, even though the opponent only had a layer of leather armor, it was still several feet deep. Thick rocks require high defense. Roar. The thick armored lizard was attacked, roared, and became even more violent. It ran quickly around the cave heaven paradise. But it was unable to attack the cave heaven paradise. Suchen became bolder. Calm down and wait until this end of the cave. The monster ran up to him and shot an arrow at it. One of the arrows luckily hit the opponent's eye. This time, the thick armored lizard was hit by several arrows and one of its eyes was even blinded. It howled miserably. It actually turned around and headed towards he drilled into the cave in one direction. He actually escaped like this. Suchen breathed a sigh of relief when he saw the other party escaping. However, he did not go out of the cave paradise directly to pursue the cave monster. Instead, he carefully stayed inside and stared at where the thick armored lizard escaped. Sure enough, the beep sounded. There is an injured cave monster in this direction. Wait for a while, and you may have a chance to kill it. Huh. It always reminded me that there was nothing all around. Now it reminds me that there is an injured cave monster in front of me. It seems that it is the thick armored lizard that I just shot away. Suchen was refreshed and installed it in the hand crossbow. Crossbow. Then continue to focus on this direction. About half an hour later. The prompt changed. There is an injured burrow monster in this direction that is already dying. Killing it is easy for you. Okay. Suchen immediately got out of the cave paradise. As soon as the thought came to his mind, he immediately turned into a small black ball and put it in his backpack. Then he immediately changed the shovel and dug all the way. After seeing the teleportation array, observe again. The prompt remains the same. Immediately Suchen changed his crossbow and stepped over. The scene changed, and Suchen arrived at the edge of the new cave. In the center of the cave, a giant thick armored lizard 2 to 3 meters long was lying dying in the center, motionless. It seems that the arrow that Suchen shot into its eye probably hurt its brain. Green blood flowed all over the floor. Suchen raised his crossbow, walked to the other side of it, and aimed it at its other eye, shot another arrow. Woo! The thick armored lizard's whole body was shaken. Let out a mournful cry. Immediately afterwards. Alert sounds. Ding. You killed thick armored lizard. Ding. You get soul *2. Get lizard meat *10. Get lizard blood *2. Obtain lizard skin *2. The whole thick armored lizard decomposed. Suchen had a great harvest. This burrow monster actually contributed 2 souls at once. It seems that the number of souls released by different burrow monsters is not fixed. Suchen looked at the lizard meat. This kind of meat is sour and bitter, and has a bad taste, but it is edible. When Suchen heard this, he immediately put all 10 pieces of lizard meat on the trading platform. It doesn't matter if he changes it to wooden boards, iron blocks, copper blocks, or magic talismans, it doesn't matter. Brother, I am also someone who has a stock of barbecue. I can't afford to eat something like this. Lizard blood, although the taste is a bit disgusting, after taking it, your physical fitness can be slightly improved. Huh? Can it improve physical fitness? Suchen smelled this thing. Hiss, there is a sour smell, can this thing improve physical fitness? Whether it's useful or not, he can't waste it anyway. It's better to benefit yourself than to benefit others. I was a little thirsty at the moment, so I simply took a portion and drank it with my eyes closed. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1075. Chapter 1075 Physical Fitness Improvement. Obtain Fire Talisman. Belch. I'm going to smell this, it's so disgusting. A hiccup, the smell almost made Suchen faint. He quickly took out some water and took a sip. Then he felt better. And there was also a nauseating feeling in his stomach, which was really uncomfortable. But said it's strange. Although I feel uncomfortable in my stomach, my whole body feels warm. You know, this cave has always been damp and cold. Even when you get into the cave paradise, it's cold. It's very uncomfortable. Now I drink this lizard blood. Suchen felt warm all over for the first time. And it seems like my strength has really increased, like I have endless strength. Suchen opened his eyes wide, feeling the changes in his body. Could it be that this lizard blood can really improve my physique? Suchen was pleasantly surprised. He quickly took out the machete and started swinging it in the cave. It was really fierce. It was completely different from yesterday. Every blow was so powerful that the air roared. Sharp sound. It's really different. Suchen clearly felt the difference in his physique. He was delighted. For a moment, even the strange smell and nausea of the lizard blood seemed to have disappeared. Taking advantage of this energy, Suchen continued to wield the machete for training. When he was tired, he would rest for a while. When he was ready, he would continue practicing. When all the lizard blood in his stomach was digested, Suchen drank a portion. But this time, the warm feeling in his body was not the same as last time. So obvious. Although there are some, they are relatively small. It seems that if you take this thing multiple times, the effect will become less and less. Suchen thought to himself while continuing to train. After digesting all the lizard blood, Suchen clearly felt the changes in his body. When he pulled off his shirt, even his muscles swelled a little. This effect is immediate. It is much more effective than any messy fitness methods. The key point is that it is said in the prompt that it can be slightly improved. If there is something that can be greatly improved, Suchen doesn't know what the effect will be. I didn't expect that on the second day after entering this survival game, I would be able to get this kind of treasure that is equivalent to a permanent increase in attributes. This time I really made a profit. Suchen felt that even if he encountered the thick armored lizard again, he could. Forget it, you can't brag about this. After all, the thick armored lizard was too ferocious in its prime. With its current small body, it is still not enough for him. One kick. Well, there are also 2 pieces of lizard skin. I don't know what this thing can be used for. Lizard skin, one of the materials for making equipment. The prompt is very simple and clear. This is a kind of material. Of course, if Suchen wants to make equipment, he must need production drawings. He does not have equipment production drawings yet. By the way, just because I don't have it doesn't mean that others don't have it. Maybe someone lucky enough has already found the production diagram for this type of equipment. Suchen immediately changed the replacement types of the items hanging on the trading platform. He also put the production drawings in. In this way, no matter what the players have, they can be replaced. Of course, whether it can be traded in the end depends on Suchen had to make final confirmation. Only in this way could he ensure that no duplicate items or useless items were being traded to him. At this time, Suchen checked the personal background of the trading platform again. He found that a series of transaction information had appeared. Ding! Losing clear water 10 ml, you gain wood board 5. Ding! Losing clear water 10 ml, you gain wood board 5. Ding! Losing clear water 10 ml, you gain wood board 5. Ding! Lose clear water 20 ml, and you gain copper block 1. Ding! Losing clear water 20 ml, you gain iron nugget 2. Ding! Losing clear water 100 ml, you gain fire spirit talisman 1. Someone actually used the fire talisman to trade with me. Suchen was slightly surprised. He quickly took out the fire talisman. It was also a crystal ball. But it seemed to be beating with flames. Holding it in his hand, it felt warm. This thing is really wonderful. I don't know what this magic talisman is. Suchen was in a good mood. 100 milliliters of water was exchanged for a fire talisman. Although he can't use it at the moment, he will definitely need it when he gets new device production drawings later. As for clear water, he now has an endless supply. Rested for a while, Suchen began to observe the surroundings. This direction is empty. There is a gas chamber in this direction, and there is a small pool below, but the water in the small pool has been contaminated by poisonous gas. Unless you can detoxify the water in the small pool, it cannot be used. You can't reach this direction. You know why. There is a trap in this direction, enter it, and you will enjoy what it means that the sky and the earth are not working. There are some daily resources in this direction and there is no danger. This direction is empty. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1076. Chapter 1076 Work Hammer Manufacturing Diagram. Materials needed to repair Dongtian Paradise. Of the 6 directions, only one has search value. Suchan immediately dug in this direction. Enter the teleportation array. A new catacomb appears in front of you. On the floor was some bread, mineral water, and a Playboy magazine. Suchan flipped through this beautiful magazine and curled his lips. If it were in reality, he would still be interested in reading it. But now, it can only be burned as firewood. Ding. You get expired bread *5. Ding. You get expired mineral water *5. Shit. Both the bread and the mineral water are expired. Suchan looked at the slightly moldy area on the bread and was speechless. But if you really want to eat this thing, you can eat it without the moldy area. At most, it will make you a little upset. Is better than starving to death. As for expired mineral water, there is actually no issue of whether it has expired or not. As long as it is sealed properly, it will not kill anyone. Suchan then hung all the bread on the trading platform. Used replace some of the things he needs. As for expired mineral water, he hung the expired water on the trading platform. He kept the mineral water bottle. After all, there is no better container for water than a mineral water bottle. Just right. He didn't know where to put the water produced by his automatic water collector. What made Suchan not arrive first was that these expired bread and expired water were taken away as soon as they were hung up. Well, because Suchan has expired, the replacement requirements are not high. But even so, it is enough to see how much the players need food and water. It is also enough to see the resources Suchan currently has far surpassed all players. Continue to observe the surroundings. There is a white treasure chest in this direction, and there is a timid cave monster inside. There is only a piece of fresh air in this direction. This direction is the ice cave. If you want to keep it fresh forever, you can go in. There is a group of venomous snakes living in this direction. It's up to you to decide whether you can go in this direction. Of the 6 directions, only one has a white treasure chest. Suchan immediately dug in that direction. After all, even if it is a white treasure chest, it is better than nothing. Maybe we can get something good out of it. Enter the new crypt. A mouse as big as a puppy jumped up with a squeak when it saw Suchan coming in. Before Suchan could pick up the crossbow, this guy directly dived into the ground and disappeared. Suchan looked at the ground. There's a scurrying ground rat in this direction. It seems that this guy has already crawled into another cave. He moved really fast. Originally, Suchan saw that it looked like a bamboo rat, and wanted to taste it. Go to the white treasure chest. This treasure chest is not dangerous and can be opened with confidence. Suchan opened the treasure box. Ding. You get working hammer manufacturing diagram *1. Ding. You get chair manufacturing diagram *1. Ding. You get wooden bed manufacturing diagram *1. Ding. You get fireplace manufacturing diagram *1. Good guy. There are actually 4 manufacturing drawings in it. 3 of them are furniture manufacturing drawings. And the first one is actually the working hammer manufacturing drawing that Suchan has always wanted. Now I can finally try to repair my shabby paradise. Ding. Disassemble the treasure chest and you get white *3. After disassembling the treasure box, Suchan chose to study all 4 manufacturing drawings. Ding. You gain a new skill work hammer making. Ding. You gain a new skill chair manufacturing. Ding. You gain new skills wooden bed manufacturing. Ding. You gain a new skill fireplace manufacturing. To make working hammer, you need materials: copper block 1, iron block 2, wood board 3, white 1. Ding. Consume copper block 1, iron block 2, Wood board 3, white 1. Congratulations on successfully creating working hammer *1. Suchen got the working hammer. It was a very large ball head hammer. It was very heavy in his hand. Suchen unfolded the small black ball. It immediately turned into a paradise of mud accumulation. At this time, Suchen found above his cave paradise. A button appeared. The button displayed repair upgrade 2 options. The upgrade option is gray. Obviously it cannot be upgraded at the moment. As long as you know that cave heaven paradise can be upgraded, you can't sleep in such a cave forever. Suchen chose to repair. Ding. To repair your damaged cave heaven paradise, you need wood spirit talisman 1, water spirit talisman 1, fire spirit talisman 1, earth spirit talisman 1, wind spirit talisman 1, wood board 10, iron block *5. Suchen was a little dizzy when he saw the required materials. Damn it, just repairing it requires so many materials, and there are a lot of wood, water, fire, earth, wind. How can I get them together? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1077. Chapter 1077 Private Transaction. A fire-breathing dog. Suchen opened the trading platform's personal information list. I found that no one had traded magic talismans to me yet. Of all the materials needed for repair, only wooden boards, iron blocks, and fire charms are owned by me. There are still 4 talismans missing. I don't know when I can get these talismans together. Suchen could only put aside the idea of repairing Dongtian Paradise for the time being. As for the other 3 types of furniture manufacturing plans, Suchen didn't want to create them. After all, the space of Dongtian Paradise is so big, and even if they were built, there would be no place to put these furniture. After taking a rest, Suchen Wenchen was about to continue digging a new cave. A private message was sent over. I was introduced by 452,696. It was through her that I got to know your real ID, boss. I have 2 talismans here. Boss, do you have anything good that I can replace them with? Suchen was stunned for a moment. Only then did he realize that 452,696 was the old friend who traded snake galls and called himself a sister. Suchen thought about it. He didn't have anything good to exchange for it. Could he also exchange barbecue for him? Add a friend first. Suchen sent the message. The 2 parties were added as friends, and Suchen made a note of the name of this person, another big man who picks his feet. Hu Qing'er never expected that Suchen would arrange such a note for her. If he knew, he would definitely catch him crazy. But she couldn't see the information the other party noted. Suchen asked first, what magic talisman do you have? A wind charm and a water charm. Yes, it happens to be what I need. Suchen asked, what do you want to change? Hu Qing'er thought for a while. Water, food, and weapons are all needed. Suchen thought for a moment, and it was impossible to trade weapons. He only has 2 of them at the moment. And they have been refined, making them the only best weapons he has at the moment. As for food, well, snake meat is indeed delicious, and it can be exchanged for 2. A magic talisman requires at least 2 pieces of barbecue, which makes him feel a little distressed. After all, this is only half of the meat. In other words, only water can be exchanged casually. Then just use water. How about exchanging 200 milliliters of water for 1 magic talisman? It's twice as much as what's on the market. Hu Qing'er bit her lips lightly. 250 milliliters for 1 talisman. These are the only 2 spiritual talismans she currently has. And she got them by chance after being chased by a cave monster. She exchanged her life for the 2 spiritual talismans, and she wanted to exchange for some more life-saving supplies. Okay, deal. For Suchen, it doesn't matter whether it's 200 ml or 250 ml. A total of 500 ml of clean water was traded. It was just the harvest of a piece of wood in 1 hour. It was easy for Suchen, but he got 2 precious coins in exchange. The magic talisman. This is a very cost-effective deal. And Hu Qing'er also thinks it is a very good deal. Suddenly she has an extra bottle of mineral water, which is enough for her to save for several days. At least she doesn't have to worry about dying of thirst in a short time. Ding. You get Wind Spirit Talisman *1. Ding. You get Water Talisman *1. In addition to the Fire Spirit Talisman obtained previously. Currently, Suchen is repairing the Cave Heaven Paradise, and only 2 types of Earth Spirit Talismans and Wood Spirit Talismans are left. At present, the exchange of Spirit Talismans on the trading platform has been changed. Only Earth Spirit Talismans and Wood Spirit Talismans are needed. Keep digging the burrows and try to get a good harvest today. Suchen ended the conversation between the two, picked up the shovel, and looked around first. There is something you want in this direction, but there is a fire-breathing dog. With your strength, you can barely defeat it. There are some rocks in this direction. You can't go up this direction. This direction is empty. There are some weeds in this direction that might be useful to you. Suchen looked at the direction mentioned by the prompt. Since this direction indicated that there was something I wanted, it seemed like I had to choose this place. Although there is a reminder here that there is a fire-breathing dog. But the prompt also says that with his current strength, he can barely defeat it. In this way, as long as Suchen is careful, he should be able to successfully kill the fierce dog. I don't know what good things this fierce dog will contribute. By killing the thick armored lizard before, he obtained lizard blood that could slightly improve his physique. And this fierce dog is obviously more capable. It can actually breathe fire, which is an ability that no animal in reality has. If he went by the fantasy novels he had read before, this should belong to Warcraft. But in this global cave survival game, Suchen had no idea what it was. After the next round of digging, Suchen came to the teleportation array. Pick up the hand crossbow. Load all the crossbow arrows. Then select semi-automatic mode. Take a deep breath and concentrate. Then step in. Roar. A 2-meter-tall, ferocious-looking dog sensed the stranger's aura and immediately turned around and roared. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1078. This fierce dog's whole body is surrounded by flames, and it looks extremely powerful. Black smoke was spitting out from his mouth. When Suchen saw the opponent clearly for the first time, he picked up the crossbow in his hand and started semi-automatic shooting. Collapse, collapse, collapse. In semi-automatic mode, the hand crossbow accurately shoots arrow after arrow. Shoots an arrow every half second, stably outputting it. Because after hundreds of trainings, and it was facing a giant target up to 2 meters tall. It was very easy for Suchen to hit the target. Every arrow aimed at the opponent's head. Roar. Roar. In just 2 seconds, Ligo was shot with 4 arrows. Although it was not fatal, it made it scream in pain. At the same time, this made it even more angry. How dare you provoke and attack such a tiny creature in front of you? This is completely disrespectful to this uncle dog. Tear it up. Bite it to death. Eat it. The fierce dog's eyes were red. While rushing towards Suchen, he opened his big mouth, and a ball of hot flames condensed in his mouth. Suchen saw that the situation was not good, and quickly moved sideways in advance. Boom! A large ball of flames spurted out. It shot out. It was like a flamethrower in the army. It shot out more than 10 meters away. If Suchen had not moved sideways in advance, he would definitely be burned into fly ash. Feeling the high temperature of the flame, Suchen also changed his face. He aimed at the opponent and kept pulling the trigger of the crossbow. Bang, crash, crash, crash. Suchen kept moving. At the same time, he warned himself to be calm and calm. Otherwise, one mistake would be a point of no return. And fortunately, he drank 2 portions of lizard blood before and improved his physique. If it had not been improved, Suchen's ordinary reaction ability before would not have been able to move sideways before the fierce dog breathed out fire. Even holding a crossbow, he probably wouldn't have been able to do so. It is difficult to shoot at the opponent. This is not just a problem of insufficient training. It improves the physical fitness, which also increases Suchen's confidence in fighting the enemy. This kind of confidence is usually invisible. But in a real battle, it allows a person to stably exert his own strength without panicking because he feels weak. Suddenly, a scream came from the opposite side. Suchen took a closer look. It turned out that he had an arrow that just hit the eye of the fierce dog. Crossbow arrow, it sank a full foot into the eyes of the fierce dog, and came out from the back of the skull. With a bang, the fierce dog fell to the ground. His body kept twitching. Suchen was worried that this guy was not dead. After all, he hadn't heard the notification sound yet. Carefully go around to the other side and aim at its other eye. Another arrow passes by. Bang! This arrow, because it attacks a stationary target, shoots into the other eye of the fierce dog with great accuracy. This time more ruthless. The crossbow arrow penetrated through its vertical pupil without any hindrance, and then passed through its brain and penetrated half a foot from the hard back of the skull. Woo! A mournful cry came from the fierce dog's mouth. Clouds of black smoke spurted out from his mouth. It was like the last breath of a dying person. Finally, the notification sounded in Suchen's mind. Ding! You killed fierce dog *1. Ding! You get fierce dog meat *10. Obtain fierce dog blood *5. Obtain fierce hound's fang *2. Obtain fierce dog skin *3. Great harvest. Suchen inspects the items obtained. Fierce dog meat. The meat has been roasted at high temperatures for many years. It has a roasted texture without the need for barbecue. It is also very soft and tender. If you eat it regularly, you can gain a certain degree of flame resistance. Saw this tip? Suchen raised his eyebrows. It's actually a special meat quality that can improve flame resistance. The key point is that it tastes very good, and it can be eaten without roasting. This meat can be used as my reserve meat. Look at another item. Fierce dog blood. After taking it, it can increase the fire resistance to a certain extent, and it can also slightly improve the physical fitness. Another blood that can improve your physical fitness. Suchen didn't say anything, just picked up a gudong and drank it. When it enters the throat, it burns the throat like strong liquor. Suchen, who was unprepared, choked and coughed. Got used to it? Suchen changed to take it orally in small sips. Finally finished one drink. Suchen felt the warm feeling all over his body again. Physical fitness improved again. Suchen grinned involuntarily. He couldn't feel the increase in flame resistance at the moment. But the improvement in physical fitness was obvious. There are still 4 parts of fierce dog blood, which can not only improve physical fitness and fire resistance, but can also be drunk as water. It is enough for me to drink for 2 days. Suchen did not continue drinking. After a while, the fierce dog blood was completely digested before drinking the second portion. Such good things cannot be wasted. Let's look at the third item. Fiery hounds can be used to make weapons. There's nothing to see here, it's just a material. Fierce dog skin can be used to make equipment. Online games I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1079. Chapter 1079 Repair Successful. Level 1 Dongtian Paradise. It is also a material for making equipment. Suchan put all the things away, while continuing to feel the improvement in your overall physical fitness. While searching around, soon, he discovered several unusual protrusions on the ground. Digging with a shovel. Ding. You get Wood Spirit Talisman *1. Ding. You get Earth Spirit Talisman *1. Ding. You get Sprite *1. The entire crypt was searched. We found these Sanyo items in total. Very good. All the materials needed to repair the cave heaven paradise were gathered together, and there was an extra can of Sprite. Suchan felt that this was his reward after successfully killing the fierce dog. He was reluctant to drink Sprite now. He took out the small black ball and unfolded it. Immediately, a dilapidated and crude cave made of dirt appeared in front of him. Suchan looking at this so-called Dongtian paradise. The more I look at it, the more uncomfortable I feel. Now I hold a work hammer and click repair. Duin. Take the work hammer and hit it at the Dongtian paradise. The entire Dongtian paradise made of accumulated soil immediately shines with golden light. Ding. Congratulations on your successful restoration of Dongtian paradise. Your Dongtian paradise is restored to level 1. The golden light dissipated. A very simple cabin appeared in front of Suchan. The cabin was not simply built with wooden boards. It was also reinforced with iron bars, wooden pillars, and the like. It looked very strong and thick. There was a door, windows, and a small chimney. When you walk in, it's not big inside. It's only about a dozen square meters. But it's much better than the previous cave that was so low that you couldn't stand up straight. Well, this way, it should be able to be used as a bed, chair, fireplace, etc. Suchan chooses those furniture skills. To make chair, wood board *2 is required. To make a wooden bed, you need wood board 10 and iron block 1. To make fireplace, you need wood board 2, sand 5, iron block *3. According to these material requirements, Suchan made the same thing. Soon, Suchan's cabin seemed not so empty. There was a chair, a bed, and a fireplace. He added a piece to the fireplace. The flames immediately rose automatically. It was covered with an iron plate, which could be used for cooking. The chimney was connected to the top. This fireplace was much better than Suchan's previous use of flint to make a fire. At least there was no need to light a fire. The wooden board automatically caught fire. One wooden board can burn for an hour. The whole cabin became warm. Suchan lay comfortably on the wooden bed, feeling comfortable for the first time. He was no longer huddled in the wooden bed before. In a cave only half a meter high, I felt the shivering torment. I can finally have a good sleep tonight. Suchan looked at his new home with great satisfaction. After you get other furniture manufacturing diagrams, you can get yourself a pillow, quilt, table, kitchen utensils, etc., and then you will be complete. Suchan put a piece of snake meat on the iron plate of the fireplace, and it sizzled immediately. He sprinkled a little seasoning on it. The aroma was fragrant. Suchan sat on the chair, turning the snake meat from time to time, feeling that life was not easy. Is this how leisurely it is? After the snake meat was roasted, Suchan put it aside first. He took out a portion of fierce dog blood and regarded it as red wine. While eating the meat, he drank the blood. Suddenly his whole body felt warm, comfortable. After enjoying a delicious meal, Suchan started to work. He put away the cave heaven paradise, turned it into a small black ball in his hand again, and put it in his backpack. The furniture in the cave heaven paradise was automatically classified into the small black ball. Any change occurs. In Suchen's opinion, it should be some kind of spatial transformation, similar to the feeling of mustard Nixumi in fantasy. Therefore, this so-called cave heaven paradise is actually an advanced device. It just looked too shabby at first, so no one took it seriously. Suchen saw that this paradise was not simple. He paid more attention to it now. While eating, Suchen casually looked at the chat channel and found that everyone was begging for food and water. Of course, there was a phenomenon that caused Suchen attention. Someone has already begun to form a team. In other words, there are players who have encountered each other. This made Suchen feel shocked. As he digs more and more caves in the future, the probability of encountering other players will definitely increase. Regardless of whether the other party has malicious intentions or not, Suchen will not let down his guard. After all, in this kind of place where there is no care, no laws, and only the primitive desire for survival, who knows what the other party will do for resources? No matter how much the other party requests, Suchen will not easily accept his teammates. For now, it is better to play the survival game alone. With so many players in the world, Suchen should be at the forefront. Walking outside the cave heaven paradise, Suchen observed the cabin again. Click the upgrade button above. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1080. Chapter 1080 Plant Seeds. Lots of ore. Unable to upgrade. Materials required to continue upgrading: Green 5, Wood Spirit Talisman 10, Water Spirit Talisman 10, Fire Spirit Talisman 10, Earth Spirit Talisman 10, Wind Spirit Talisman 10, Gold Nugget 10, Silver Nugget 20, Copper Nugget *50. Suchen was shocked when he saw this material. It actually requires so many high-end materials, and each kind of talisman is counted in tens. Are there any other gold nuggets or silver nuggets? I don't have these two things now. In addition, there are 5 green, which can only be obtained from treasure chests. But if it can be upgraded, the house will definitely be bigger than it is now. Suchen is thinking about a better life in the future. However, if the house becomes larger in the future, how can the cave accommodate it? Or, cave heaven paradise is just like mustard Nixumi in fantasy novels. It doesn't look big on the surface, but once inside, it's a completely different world. Suchen thought about this question for a while and then forgot about it. When the upgrade is successful, he will know it naturally. Now it is better to get more resources. And when he repairs the cave heaven paradise, Suchen will automatically the water collector started running. After eating and resting, it ran for exactly 1 hour. In this way, 500 ml of clean water came out again. Suchen hung it on the trading platform as usual. It was used to exchange for talismans, gold nuggets, and silver nuggets. The specific selling price is 100 milliliters of water can be exchanged for 1 magic talisman. 100 milliliters of water can be exchanged for 1 gold nugget, or 2 silver nuggets. Of course, there are also some second-hand dealers on the trading platform. It seems that they buy first the clear water on Suchen's side is then sold at a higher price. However, Suchen's side is still the big one. All the players are closely watching what Suchen has put up. As long as he puts it out, he will have exchange it immediately. In this way, the water that Suchen hung out yesterday has basically been cleared up. In exchange for a bunch of talismans, copper blocks, and iron blocks. He doesn't need the wooden boards now. He will wait until he needs them. It's not too late to sell. Do this. He looked around the cave again. There are some resources you need in this direction. There are a group of bugs inside. Wait for them to leave and you can go in. This direction is empty. There are some plants and some resources in this direction, there is no danger. There is a terrifying sleeping cave monster in this direction. If you go in, you will wake it up and become its snack. Look all the way over. There are resources in two directions. One of them is occupied by bedbugs, so it will take a while. But Suchen has another choice, so naturally he won't wait foolishly. This is the direction. Suchen immediately swung the shovel and started digging. When he came to the teleportation passage, he once again confirmed that there was no danger. Then he strode across with a crossbow. In a blink of an eye, he entered the edge of the new cave. The first thing that caught his eye were some bushes. There were some small red fruits inside. Suchen walked over. This is a hawthorn tree. Just pick some and use them as food. Of course, eating too much will cause hyperacidity in the stomach. Suchen recognized the hawthorn tree. He immediately picked off all the small fruits on it. You get hawthorn fruit *1. You get hawthorn fruit *1. You get hawthorn fruit *1. In the end, even the hawthorn trees were not spared. Because they were all low shrubs that had not grown up yet, Suchen directly cut down the entire hawthorn tree with his grey fog machete. You get woodboard *1. You get woodboard *1. As expected, if you cut down the hawthorn tree, you will get wooden boards. You get hawthorn seed *1. You get hawthorn seed *1. But what surprised Suchen was that he actually got 2 hawthorn seeds in the end. I don't know where this thing was planted. At least in the small wooden house in Dongtian Paradise, the ground was boarded up, so it couldn't be planted. Suchen collected these seeds for now. He picked more than 30 hawthorn fruits in total, took out a few and ate them directly, and put the rest in his backpack. Well, it's sour and sweet, and it's ripe. Hawthorn fruit is eaten sparingly, but it is like fruit or snacks. It makes people feel happy and can also supplement sugar and energy in small amounts. Of course, it is not suitable to eat on an empty stomach. It will only hurt the gastric mucosa. It happened that Suchen had just eaten barbecue and ate it. Eat some hawthorn fruit to better promote digestion. In addition, taking the dog blood has also improved his physical fitness slightly. But like taking the lizard blood, the effect of the second time is obviously not as good as the first times. But no matter how small the improvement is, it is better than nothing. Suchen is not willing to sell the remaining fierce dog blood on the trading platform. As long as these things are still valuable, of course he will drink them all. I searched around the cave for a while. Ding. You get iron ore *5. Ding. You get gold ore *5. Ding. You get silver ore *5. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 1081. Chapter 1081 Furnace Manufacturing Diagram. Kill the tiger cat? A total of 15 ores were found. But so far, Suchen doesn't know how to turn these ores into metals. There should be some kind of smelting device, but I haven't found it yet. Suchen secretly guessed. He searched the entire cave. Suchen rested for a while. Taking advantage of this time, he went to the trading platform again. Does anyone have production plans for sale? Suchen browsed through it and found that there are currently 3 companies selling production drawings. They are fireplace making drawings, furnace making drawings, and axe making drawings. Among these 3 drawings, Suchen already has the fireplace making drawings. He does not need the axe making drawings. The machete can be used as an axe, and after being refined, it is much sharper than an axe. What is this furnace manufacturing diagram for? Suchen checked the description of the drawing. Furnace manufacturing diagram, used to smelt ore, which requires a large amount of wood each time. Huh? You can smelt ore? Suchen was slightly surprised. He looked at what the other party asked to replace. For sale furnace manufacturing diagram, inventory, 1 required redemption, water * 500 ml, or any food that can last for 3 days. There is still a requirement to exchange for food and water. This requirement is higher than the price Suchen listed for sale. Suchen thought for a while and changed the exchange items he listed on the trading platform. Specially indicate the requirement furnace manufacturing picture, you can add an additional 50 ml to the original 100 ml of water. It's not that Suchen is reluctant to use 500 ml of water to redeem it. But this will increase the selling price, so that if Suchen wants to redeem something in the future, he can need to consume more water to redeem it. I don't know if he will see it, so let's leave it like this for now. Suchen plans to come back in a few hours. Anyway, he is not in a hurry to build a furnace to smelt metal. After all, the cave heaven paradise has just been repaired. For now, it is enough for him. The materials needed for upgrading I will collect it slowly in the future. After taking a good rest, continue to observe the surroundings of the cave. There is a swarm of poisonous bees in this direction. There is some honey in it. However, this honey is also slightly toxic. With your current strength, it is not suitable to enter. There is a tiger-striped cat in this direction. If you are agile enough, you can fight it. There are also some plants inside that can be collected. This direction is aflame. There is fresh air in this direction. Observed a circle. Suchen discovered that there were only some resources in the right passage. But there is a tiger-striped cat entrenched inside, and according to the prompts, he will not be hurt due to his ability. But whether he can kill the opponent depends on Suchen's performance. Then choose this direction and give it a try. Suchen waved the shovel, and after arriving at the teleportation channel, he picked up his crossbow. After calming down, he quickly crossed the teleportation channel. Suddenly, Suchen appeared in the new cave. There was a tiger stripe lying on the ground. The cat immediately bared its teeth, had fur all over its body, and raised its tail to protest against Suchen, the uninvited guest. Suchen raised his crossbow and activated the semi-automatic mode. Shoot directly. Bang. 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 3 arrows passed by in a row. Only the first one passed. The arrow was dodged by him. One of the next 2 arrows hit the tiger-striped cat's leg, directly interrupting the opponent's agile figure. The third arrow hit the opponent's heart. The latter whined, he fell to the ground. Seeing that the beep did not sound, Suchen took a step closer, picked up the crossbow and shot another arrow. Ouch! The tiger-striped cat let out a shrill scream. Then it twitched a few times, and then at every turn. Hey! Do you still know how to fake death? Wait for me to walk over, and then launch a desperate counterattack. Suchen sneered in his heart. At this moment, the prompt sounded. Ding! Congratulations on successfully killing Tiger Cat. Ding! You get soul *1. Cat meat *3. Get tiger stripe leather *1. Get cat blood *1. Suchen looked at the trophies he had obtained. Cat meat, very sour, not nutritious, barely enough to satisfy hunger. Cat blood, no nutrition. Tiger stripe leather, can be used to make equipment. Neither cat meat nor cat blood has much use. But Suchen didn't throw it away. He doesn't want to eat cat meat, but the hungry players do. Cat blood can also be used instead of water to replenish moisture. Immediately, he linked both of these things to the trading platform. At this time, the transaction personal information office reminded that someone wants to talk to Suchen. Hello, I own furnace manufacturing drawings. I see that you need this kind of drawings. I also have other drawings. If you are interested, we can trade privately. Suchen's mouth curled up slightly. It seems that the person who hung the furnace manufacturing drawings saw the information he hung on the platform,